in the UK, but let's see. House of, we've got Jiu-Jitsu Sloth, Trail Runner. Cool. Is that like running trails or like mountain biking trails? We've got Antonas as well. Hey dudes. So yeah, we're quite busy today. I'm just checking the other accounts to see what's going on there. But yeah, basically, it's just kind of, if you guys have got any yoga for BJJ questions or anything like that, feel free. I've got a class going live in half an hour. Hey Anak. So yeah, it's going to be like a hip-based class, but we're doing like cat-cow stretches and stuff. And what we'll do is we'll stretch our hips and focus on the hip movement within cat-cows. So hey Hilbron. Cool, good. So looking busy today. I'll check Facebook as well, but YouTube's looking busy. We've got a few watching on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up and just say something in the live chat, and that usually boosts it a bit, and people usually see it as well. If you're watching on Twitch as well, give me a shout. Let me know what's going on. And we've got Michelle91. Hey Michelle, how's it going? Cool. So also let me know where you're watching from. That's always fun. And if you've got any yoga for BJJ questions, I've just done my class for today, and I've done a bit of practice myself, so it's been pretty good. So I'm feeling good. So let me know if you want to know anything or whatever really. Cool. So I can see Facebook as well. If you're watching on Facebook, I can see we've got a few people on there. Give me a shout or even just a thumbs up on the video. That's supporting us, and I'll just keep rambling on my own stuff, which is cool. But yeah, it's looking good in the UK. We're slowly coming out of lockdown. I think the 12th our restrictions are lifted, which is good, and we can get training a few weeks after that, which is awesome. But yeah, who's tight? Who's struggling with their yoga for BJJ? Who has any questions for your practice? Or hey Corey, hey Bri. But yeah, let me know. Because yeah, we're prepping for the instructors training at the moment. So we've got one in a few weeks. So we've got, hey, Eugene, Oregon loves yoga for BJJ. Hey, Tyler. Awesome, that's wicked, good. Always nice to hear, thank you. I'll give that a thumbs up. That's on Facebook, and YouTube are still all quiet. But thank you for the thumbs up, the guys that have given it, and we've got a few watching too. But yeah, so we've got that instructors course starting, and I think registration closes really soon. So if you are interested in becoming a yoga for BJJ instructor, get involved, even just email one of us or message one of us, just so that we know you're interested and we can see if we can fit you on the next one or whatever if you can't make this one. Do I have a hamstring routine? Yeah, we've got hamstring routines on the website. We've got the Stretched Hamstring Club. We've got the Yoga for Rocks inverted guard as well. And that's really good if you're super stiff. I'm not sure. Sorry, that's from Marchek. Is that Marchek, I think? Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, our big love from Argentina. Nice. I bet it's nice there right now. So yeah, if you consider yourself quite inflexible or like stiff as a rock, we've got the Yoga for Rock stuff. And that's basically to help you to stretch your lower back, your hamstrings and everything, so that you can start inverting in jiu-jitsu and to open Marcelo. Cool, thanks dude. Yeah, so that you can start introducing things like that to your jiu-jitsu game. Also, when you're, I know when you invert, you're kind of over like this, but also when you're stacked, or if you're going for an arm bar and then someone presses down and stacks you, you end up in this position as well. So it's actually quite important in jiu-jitsu to kind of stretch out your hamstrings and your lower back and stuff, because if you can only kind of get up here and you're quite tight, then you're kind of giving your opponent a bit of an advantage when they start stacking you and getting everything over. So if you do feel a bit tight there, then get involved in the Stretched Hamstring Club or the Yoga for Rocks. The Yoga for Rocks stuff's great though. I keep recommending it, and I've been back to it loads. So hey Mark. Got Brian GSJ as well, and Ant's fitness journey. Cool. I'm just checking Facebook. Facebook's a little behind, so I can see myself bent in half with my bum in the air at the moment, which is pretty funny. constant dull groin pain and feeling, oh, that's gone, restricted. Best poses to open that area and hip mobility for someone starting. And that's from Chris on Facebook. Great question. Constant dull groin pain and feeling restricted. So I'd say things like, if you ever done like happy baby or like positions like that, or we sometimes call it happy guard as well. Oh, cheers Marcelo. Marcelo's just come back saying good stuff. So even if you start off here, I mean, happy baby, you kind of get up here and things like that. But if you're feeling that kind of groin strain, get your knees up here and just start opening your knees out. And just, you can even just move from side to side. You don't have to be doing this like intense, crazy stretch. Just go from side to side and feel a bit of a stretch there, and kind of lower your knees, pick them up and things like that. That's really good. Sorry, you can probably hear my doorbell going. Yeah, so lift your knees up and move them away, and lightly stretching. That will stretch out the inner parts here, or I mean, plenty of our yoga flows do kind of stretch out those areas, and it is quite a like harsh area to feel super tight, or as you said, like a dull pain, I guess, there, because you're not always in control when someone's like driving your legs open either, are you? Especially if you're in guard and they're like separating your knees away from each other. So yeah, a lot of our programs do have things like that. You know, you can also, I've got this in my class today actually, I've just been doing this, but you can also start off in that like, do you know when you're chilling out between rounds and you've not got a partner, this position, so get in this, and then just start moving your knees from side to side. You can start to do that just to get a bit of hip mobility, but then you can start to lift one knee, leave the other down, and then move it over and let the other fall. Then lift that, open out, and go from side to side. So that is going to help kind of open out here, work a bit of movement too, and that normally feels pretty good. You've got like this kind of butterfly position as well to stretch, but if you're in pain there and these things are like causing you pain, we've also got our rehab programs with Rosie Sexton, just because you don't want to be like provoking any pain or discomfort. You want to be, well, a little bit of discomfort you're going to get, aren't you? But like if it's really hurting, you don't want that. So you can try our rehab programs as well. They're like all part of our monthly package as well, which is cool. So yeah, give some of them a go. But if you are hurting, definitely check out some rehab. So appreciate that though. Right, so Bradley Salter on Facebook has said, "Hi Adam, hoping for the best. Are you planning to resume teacher training face to face when allowed, or will it remain online this year?" At the moment, Bradley, our next one in April is online, and I don't want to say like 100% yes, 100% no, or whatever. But in terms of the level 1 at the moment, that's online. And I guess we'll see what happens with things. The level 2 will be in person, but the level 1 you can do the curriculum on your own and graduate on Zoom. I know it sounds like a bit not maybe what you're sort of switched on to in terms of learning, like maybe going through a curriculum or whatever, but the videos are quite exciting and engaging. And the content is quite good, because we know how boring jiu-jitsu instructionals are. We know how boring sitting there watching videos is. So like Sebastian and Stina have taken all that into account when they were recording the videos. When we were doing the content and lectures and stuff, we've tried to make it a bit more exciting, tried to keep people engaged. And then to graduate, you have to jump in Zoom, and you don't just sit there in Zoom and listen to us. It's like a big discussion. You're in and out of rooms training with people on the same level as you, which sounds a bit intimidating, but it's so fun. Like everyone on the teacher trainings has been really positive and cool. So that's hard to like get across to you guys, but it's so fun. Like I'm really excited for the new one. So I know you think, oh, online learning, what am I going to learn? But like I think a lot of our instructors have taken quite a lot away from that. So if you are considering the level 1 online, like jump online, jump on the website for the teacher training stuff. We've got a free trial that you can try, see if that takes your fancy or whatever. But it's not just like reading a book, scrolling through a page or anything like that. They're quite fun videos, and you know Seb's pretty funny, so obviously he's got some of his charm in there too, which is always appreciated. Okay, who else have we got? Let's check Instagram, because we've got people joining in and out, which is cool. Got some waves. Give me a wave if you're on Instagram. Let me know where you're watching from as well. We've had Argentina. Where else in the world are people? Alliance, thank you. I've waved back. Awesome. And Chris has just joined, so's Dennis and Con. Right, let's have a look on YouTube. Who's saying what on YouTube? So, Fabiola on YouTube has said, how can I bring my knees to chest? Is it about hamstrings? Not always. It's not always just about your hamstrings. Obviously, it can depend on all sorts of things. Your hips and all sorts. But in what position are you trying to kind of bring your knees to your chest? Do you want about like laying on your back, bringing your knees to your chest? Like here? Because I struggle getting my knees to my chest. I find a bit of a pinch in my hips here. I've never been diagnosed with a hip impingement or anything, but that could be what's going on, because I feel like no stretch is going to get that there unless I start bringing them here and my lower back comes off the mat. So that isn't my hips, that's my lower back. So maybe your lower back could be tight, or it could depend on a few things. It's hard to obviously say over YouTube or whatever, but play with, you know, where your knees are in, try and bring them in or bring them out, and see if you can get them to your chest. Like, it's way easier that way for me, and I don't feel a pinch in my hips there, whereas I can't even bring them in like that. I have to bring them away and bring them in. So just kind of, you could try some like rotations, so circling your knees out and seeing how your hips open and things like that. If it's another position though, let me know, and we can look at that. So he said more like knees to shoulders, like open guard. Yeah. So you could play with that, like I was saying at the start, that happy baby pose. So just laying on your back, knees as close to like armpits or chest or shoulders as you can. Then lift your feet. If you can't grab your feet here, just grab your ankles, and you can start playing with some movement here, some nice drills here, and just seeing what you can do, or maybe on the inside, things like this, or some circles. Just get on your back, get on the mat and play. We've got plenty of videos that kind of will go through some flows and some movements that will stretch out those areas as well, and kind of warm you up and gear you towards stretches like that. Again, you'd probably benefit from the Yoga for Rocks inverted guard program, just because it's such an opener for a lot of guard stuff. Not just inverting, but like, you know, the more movement you've got in your hips, the more movement you've got in your guard, your open guard, you know, spider guard, all the guards really. And the more open your hips are, the more opportunities you have to defend and retain. Whereas like if you feel quite tight and your opponent's trying to pass, you've got less to go with. Whereas if you're more open and you've got more I guess space and opportunities, then that's going to shine through in your jiu-jitsu, and it's going to be harder to pass. So it's definitely worth working on, and any little improvements as well, any like tiny gains almost of movement you get in your hips are really gonna show in your jiu-jitsu. Like any small movement here, any tiny movement here in your hip, you know, whereas if you can only move to here before and you start moving out a bit more, you think with your leg out, that's quite a lot of movement. So your hard work is going to pay off when you start. It's just, you know, it's just going to show through in your jiu-jitsu. It's just getting to that point of like a few minutes a day, just doing one of our videos, you know, 10-15 minutes a day, and you should hopefully start to see some results. Right, who's on Instagram? Yoga Manatee, that's a cool name. Wellen, that is. Emmy and Baron. Hey guys, cool. So we've got some people joining in and out on Instagram, which is always good. What's going on Facebook? We'll try these. Cheers. That's from Chris. I think I've missed one here. Jimmy Prince has put, I got a couple of partially bulging discs in my back. Best exercises to help those, please. In terms of that, I guess it probably depends where in your back. If you want to message in after, I can recommend you some stuff or maybe some rehab programs. Probably depends on like what's going on there and where and what you've been told you can or can't do. If you've just been like told you've got bulging disc and it's like a recent injury, you'd probably want to check out our rehab stuff. Whereas if you're a little further along, we've got the yoga for back pain program, and that's really good. Obviously Sebastian, I don't know if you know, but he's definitely had experience with similar things to you. So I'd probably recommend checking out our yoga for back pain if you're past, I guess, rehab. If you're at rehab, definitely check out our Rosie Sexton stuff. Cool. Frank Cortazes said excellent class. Thank you, Os. Nice one, mate. Thank you. Awesome. Who else? Let's like some stuff on Facebook. These people are getting back to me, which is cool. Thanks, Adam. I've had a positive learning experience via Zoom through my job this year. I'm sure Sebastian will make it so. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Brad. Yeah, yeah, it is funny, like, especially when we're in Zoom, because it's just like, it's a natural chat. It's not us telling you what you should and shouldn't do. It's people asking questions from experiences or like things we haven't covered yet. And what I like about it is as well, like, so we've got the curriculum online. We've got all the lectures and things to go through, but as we have conversations, they get deeper and deeper, and then we'll make a lecture from that. So if you are an instructor already, you've got that access to the online course. As we add lectures, so in a year's time, we might do another course, someone raises a point, and we talk about something new. If it's good, we'll make that a lecture, and you'll get that. So it's constantly evolving as we do. You know, we're going to keep learning. So are you. So are instructors. And it's important to like do that. It can't just be this is the way, this is our way. So we do chat, and then yeah, like last time was wicked. Sebastian was painting his barn on his farm during the course, so we were all chatting and he's painting away, and it was just cool because you could see on Zoom all the stuff he was doing, breaking all the health and safety laws, going whilst doing it, and it's just good fun. It's just like really positive. And everyone gets on, and then once you've done it as well, you get put into the qualified Yoga for BJJ Facebook group, and that can be good as well because people will ask questions, talk about class experiences and things, and it's just like another community really, which is always good, that you can post things in and chat. What's going on YouTube? Nothing's going on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up on YouTube, please, and we'll move over to Facebook. But yeah, thanks, Brad. If you want to try the free introduction, message in, and I can send you the link for that. It's just a few of the classes, so you can like give it a go and see if it's for you, I guess. But that's good that you've enjoyed whatever you did for work on Zoom. Yeah, I've been doing another yoga course to get another certificate, and we do like monthly Zoom meetings on that, or weekly Zoom meetings on that, and that's quite fun. It's good. I think it's just a way of learning now. It's kind of evolved things, hasn't it? Who else have we got? So we've got John Lee, Celaru, hey Tara, cool. Alex, Alessandro, the Pit Gym, cool. Oh, thank you. So I've got a live video request. If you do want to join me live on Instagram, that's wicked. I love that. But just message in before. Maybe Wednesday or next Monday we'll do a live thing, and just let me know like what we're doing, just so that I'm not thrown off or going live with anything unexpected. But yeah, that's kind of what we do, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Cool. So just to remind you, so my class goes live in 10 minutes. I put a link to the new releases section of our website on our story. So if you click for that reminder, in 10 minutes time, that class will go live. So if you click there, that class will be the top of the new releases. As I said, it's like a hip-based class. What we're going over is, though, we're going over cat-cows. So this movement, but I'm bringing focus on the movement in the hips when we do it. So you still move your shoulders, you still move your back, but the class focuses on this movement with your hips, okay? And we'll try some other positions with that in mind and move that way and stuff. So It's a bit different. It's not like crazy intense class. You can do it as a warm-up for another class or a warm-up for your jiu-jitsu warm-up or whatever as well. And it's good if you've been sat down all day. I've been adding stuff to the Yoga for Desk Workers program recently, and this is another one to go in there, because a lot of our members, well, a lot of people sit down all day, don't they? Whether it's like driving, if you're a courier, you know, you can work behind a desk, reception, anything. A lot of us sit down all day, so it's important to stretch out your hips because they tighten up so much. We'll stretch out the shoulders and the chest as well when we do it, so hopefully you'll feel nice and stretched out here, and your hips and everything. Hey Goku, that's a very cool name. Early Bizzle, that's a cool name as well. Focus 1, ST31 as well. And Norman Moody's joined too. Hey guys. So if you've got any more questions, drop them now. We'll go for a few more minutes. And just checking YouTube. Still quiet on YouTube. You let me down. But no, thank you for the guys on Facebook as well for asking some questions. I'm just going to check if I've missed anyone. 2, 3, 4. But yeah, if you've got any more and you're sort of too shy to ask, you can always message us, and me, Sarah, or Seb will obviously get back to you. But cool. Hey Josh. Okay, right. I'm going to end the stream in a second, but as I said, come back in a few minutes' time. Check out my new class. I'm excited for you all to try it and let me know how you get on. So yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday or in my next class on Monday. Cheers, guys. Take care.